we are on our way to an adventure. No, it's an adventure, babe. We are gonna go ahead and first we're gonna go get this man some glasses, because for those of you that don't know, Joel is blind. He can't see very well, and he is dependent upon his glasses, and so we're gonna go get that. And then where are we going?
Well, it's not the spyglass factory that you kept saying. It's the eyeglass factory.
The eyeglass factory, yes.
That's where we're going first.
And then, maybe we will end up at Spyglass Factory. Well, not Spyglass Factory. Okay. Little bit of...
our dream.
Yes, a little bit of some backstory. So, Joel and I have this thing where whenever we are going to make an irresponsible purchase, we always say, is it Spyglass? Like,
actually,
is it...
tell them how that even started in the first place.
Okay.
Because it didn't start there.
Okay, fine.
We made that rule after years of us having this dream.
Correct. So basically what happened is that one of the things that Joel and I love to do is that we love going to different neighborhoods and scouting out the best houses.
Like
and
robbers.
So like robbers?
Like people that
like robbers, you know, like you go like through a neighborhood and you're like, this is a place where I would love to live.
Casing the joint.
Which for us, there's a lot of like musts. For example, turnaround radius. Do you guys know what that means? Explain what that means to the people.
Okay, so turnaround radius means that where you want to live is in an area where you could go from one end of the street and turn and do a full 180 without having to reverse multiple times. Like if you're going into a parallel park.
Because there's a lot of like places that are so tight, there's so many cars that you would not be able to turn around. You would just have to go straight and then go until you find some kind of opening and then make a U-turn or whatever. But turnaround radius places are where you could literally just make a U-turn right there, because it's such a wide street. So that's a huge one. 2, lighting. Lighting is a huge one. Could you have, what's the thing that you always say? Could you do a Craigslist?
If you could do a Craigslist purchase in the middle of the night in that neighborhood, that is the neighborhood you want to live in.
Exactly. So for us, there's just a lot of like little things that we have to have. Like, does it look safe? Can I go for a walk with my kids in this neighborhood? Could I do a Craigslist transaction out here and not feel like I'm about to get kidnapped or mugged? And then obviously, you know, after that, you know, you look at the cleanliness of the streets. Do they look like, you know, it's well kept, like it is, I don't know, like safe essentially. But after all of those things, we look at obviously the houses. So is it beautiful? Is it nice? Is it appealing? Does it look like it has a high HOA? You know, all of those things. Does it even have an HOA? Does it even have an HOA?
But mainly the big thing is, does it have a big backyard?
Does it have a big backyard? So these are things that Joel and I, we love to dream. We go to different parts of, you know, places in our county where we're like, this would be a great place for us to live. So we love a specific street out there called Spyglass Street, Spyglass Lane, yeah. Whatever, Spyglass. And that is the street that we have like checked everything. Like everything in the box is like, this would be the place where we would want to live.
Turnaround radius.
Everything.
It's super quiet. You can literally go there at night. It's nice. Everything's lit up. The street lights are working. You could do a Craigslist transaction. There's literally old people just walking in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Because we've passed by it just to double check it. And it's perfect.
With all of this, it's just all of the things that we would want. But with now finding like an official street that, you know, we would work for or that we would want, it's one of those things where now we're using the word Spyglass as code for when we're about to make a really big purchase or something. We say Spyglass, and it's a way to kind of hint at us like, should we really make this purchase, or should we maybe use this money towards savings or towards debt or whatever, you know, because if our goal is eventually to end up in a place like this, then right now maybe we need to sacrifice a momentary pleasure, whether it's food, whether it's entertainment or whatever, because ultimately the long-term dream is for us to end up there. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, why do you want like a big house? Or why is that something that you guys are aspiring to? Are you guys materialists? No, we're actually not. One of the major reasons why Joel and I want a bigger house or a big backyard is because Joel and I like to socialize. And one of our dreams is to have a house that could literally have all of our family there. Like, have everybody over for parties, for birthdays, for baby showers, for gender reveals, for graduation parties. Like, it's the place where we have a Friendsgiving, or we have a Bible study, or we have some kind of like, if we're like whatever ministry we would be in, whether it's like youth or juniors or children or whatever, like our house would be the place that we could do a lot of these things.
Which right now we can, it's just we can't do it to the scale that we want.
Correct. And for the record, we have not been limited in our house. Like, our house is not overly spacious, but we have used what God has given us to the best of our ability, as far as like using it for ministry, using it for socialization. But it's obviously like, it gets really quickly hot in our home because it's not a lot of space. And the way that our house is like formatted is that the space is kind of divided upwards because there's 3 floors, versus when you have like 1 floor house, it's like spread out, you know, the space. So that's the only thing. But obviously we're very grateful for what we have, but it's one of those things that for us, it's like, oh, we work towards our goal. So now it's become a thing where we tell ourselves like, okay, you know, spyglass, that's a thing. We are working towards that. And so it just so happens, I say all of this to say that we are headed towards the eyeglass factory, which is where Joel's going to get his glasses. But
Not the spyglass factory.
But I keep making the mistake, and every time I reference to that store, I'm like, oh, we're going to go to the spyglass factory. But it's actually the eyeglass factory.
Yes.
So, yeah, so stay tuned. So, we are going to go, as mentioned previously, we're going to go to the eyeglass factory. But we're also going to Target because I need something that is first world necessary, especially for someone.
Actually, no, it's statewide required.
Wait. Actually, okay, fine. Yeah, it's technically statewide required. But we are going to go look for a phone mount for the car, because I was thinking more of, if I'm doing vlogs in the car with Joel driving, I would like for it to be mounted so the video is not as shaky as this one is. But it also makes sense because safety purposes here in California have changed, or the laws have changed, where now you cannot hold your phone like for any reasons. Like, you can get pulled over, and essentially for me, I mean, even if it's like you're obviously like changing a song or whatever, like you really have to have it mounted. And so I need to get a mount so that I can make sure that I am not on my phone. So yeah. All right, so I'm actually gonna be seeing this for this first time with you guys, so let's see how Joel looks.
I look the same.
That's his regular glasses.
These are my new ones.
Oh, Superman! The dark lenses. Yes, it's giving professor. It's giving, yes, I need help with my studies.
Yeah.
It's giving, please save me. And what is your kryptonite? Is it me?
It's called diabetes. And then these are the other pair.
Pretty nice, pretty nice. Classic.
Very Dahmer.
Very.
Jeffrey Dahmer style.
Sure.
Yeah, ready to melt some bodies in some tubs.
I guess so.
Yeah. Back to the shades.
So we actually do need a front door mat because we need one. And I don't know which one speaks to me. Which one feels inviting? No, what is this? A 60s disco party? No, people are gonna think I meet at puro party.
No, I want this side though. Actually,
Okay, classic and basic is always fine.
nope.
That's how I like to lead my
It
life.
looks like a fancy apartment.
Not that one, the one in the bottom. That one you can't go wrong. It's just basic.
Oh, this is trash.
Fine.
Might as well slap them while they walk into your house. What about this?
Welcome to our home. I like that one. It's just
Oh, this one's
black.
dirty. Someone used it.
I just feel like
They all look used.
no, like I feel like black. What if they're like, oh, you know, there's not enough color.
I want them to look at my mat and be like, oh, this is a place where you have to take your shoes off.
Well,
I like this one.
you know, I'm actually not completely against it, but I feel like it would clash with our wreaths.
Feel it. The wreaths you can change. These you can't.
I think we need something more neutral.
Like the dog mat ones?
No. I don't know. Nothing spoke to me.
No.
Am I the only one that does this? Like, you go to a store and you see blankets and you have to touch? Like, does that say something about us?
Yeah. Disgusting. You're wiping your hands all over someone's
No,
blanket.
but I don't know. I need to feel.
You don't even feel it.
I want to touch what it feels
That's
like.
why I always get the back ones, because all the front ones are used.
For those that are very health conscious, I apologize if what I just did is appalling, but
This one feels nice though.
Joel does it too. We have a thing, like if something looks really soft, we have to touch it.
Have a thing, like if something looks really soft, we have to touch it.
Imagine if you did that with people, babe. With people, you're like, I need to touch. And they look really soft.
yeah, that's true. I should just do that to someone today.
You look soft. All right, babe. Serious question. Serious question. How do you feel about unicorns?
That's a dinosaur. Oh wait.
Not that one.
Yeah, it's a dinosaur.
The one next to it.
What about it?
How do you feel about unicorns?
It's a hoodie.
Do you like unicorns? Would you have your daughter's room filled with unicorns?
I would prefer a Pegasus. There's a difference.
I'm not a fan of unicorns, personally.
Pegasus are nice. They're
Ooh,
just horses with wings.
quilts are in. So our mission to Target kind of failed because the entire purpose as to why we came was because I was looking for a mount and we bought one and it failed. So we returned it and we're going to do what we always do, which is we're going to end up finding one on Amazon and paying maybe $5 more, but at least we have the reviews to be able to watch it and to test if it's good or not.
This is for the little child with no father. For that man that doesn't have a place to stay.
The beach?
For that little boy living with AIDS.
Gotta tell you a story. You can lean on me. And there's a girl searching for a father and a friend. A friend's all there to catch you when you fall.
Here's my shoulder.
Here's my shoulder, you can lean on me. He looks up to his mother and how she holds his hand, praying that someday sun will shine again. Tell me how can I love Jesus when I never seen his face? Yeah, I see you dying and I turn and walk away. So hold my hand. Let me take you to a friend of mine. He's waiting just ease your troubled mind. He loves you more than you'll ever know. Don't walk it away. Open up. When you call, friends will be there to catch you when you fall. Woo! Lean on me, yeah, yeah. You can lean on me, but you're also my brother. He's my shoulder. You can lean on me. Hallelujah.
The fact that you could do those deep masculine voices kind of freaks me out.
So this is how romantic Joel is. You know how there's a lot of women that are like, nunca me llevan a ningún lugar. Like they never take me out and whatever.
Gotta put you in danger.
And you know, Joel is like, no, babe, I'm gonna take you to a art museum right now. I'm gonna take you to a
There's
really
this,
nice,
really cool artist I know.
yeah, very fancy,
His name is
artist. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, he's gonna take me to a really nice, fancy
It's not
museum.
a traditional studio though.
Not a traditional studio. So I'm excited to see what he means by showing me, you know, a really nice art gallery.
That actually
So,
looks really cool.
We are at a corner of a very busy main road.
You got the all natural field with the oil style painting. My friend Juan over there, he's got his own studio right here, and non-traditional, but very talented. He does everything by actually, he paints instead of like finger painting. He uses his toes, and as you can tell, he's very talented.
Very talented.
Yeah, very sharp toes by the way. That's how you get the detail on the house. Okay, so here we are. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Let's ask you some questions for everybody to find out how your first trimester is going. So how are you feeling now that your first trimester is completely done?
Thankful, very thankful, but also very excited about what new things I'm gonna experience.
Your viewers didn't know this, but I had to deal with a lot of your nausea and vomiting. Has that gone away or has it gotten worse?
It was pretty bad. All of you guys that know how bad it was, you guys will never know what Joel had to go through. I was throwing up probably 3 to 4 times a week, especially at work. I had nausea all day, so it wasn't just a morning sickness thing for me. And it affected even me washing dishes. I would gag through the process. I would almost throw up through the process. I had struggled with being around raw meat, so it was definitely very, very hard. Now it's definitely controllable and it's still there. It's just not as severe as me getting to the point of I'm actually gonna throw up. So I see that as progress.
Makes sense that you would lose energy during your first trimester. Do you feel like you're still at that point or has it come back?
No, I definitely think it's gotten better. There were days that I would come home from work and I would feel completely spent, completely, where I would go straight to like nap and fall asleep. And so that was a type of fatigue I had never experienced before. But now there have been a few days lately that I've noticed, like I get home from work and I still have energy and I'll do more activities. Like even this weekend, I was cleaning the house. I was trying to resume a lot of my old habits. And so I would say I'm slowly regaining my energy back.
Has your sleeping patterns gone back to normal, or are they still fluctuating?
No, I would say the sleep has definitely changed because I sleep boca abajo, or on my belly, and that's the only way. I know it's not the right way or the healthy way to sleep, but that's how I've slept all my life. And so not being able to sleep on my belly has been definitely difficult for me to enjoy sleep. But then unfortunately to this day I'm still waking up almost every hour because I have to go pee, and that has been an adjustment in and of itself. So sleep is not the same.
Have you gotten any cravings or certain appetites on your first trimester?
No, I honestly think I invented them. I think I wanted to have like food cravings, and I thought like, oh, there was a day that I added jelly to my pizza, but in reality I'd done that in the past, and so it wasn't something completely foreign to me. And after that, I would say the only thing I was just craving was anything that I didn't cook. So fast food, any food that I didn't make. And I think that's where I guess it was a craving. But in reality, I think it was just like, I'm tired. I want to be home. I don't want to be cooking. So obviously, I'm going to crave McDonald's or whatever. But it wasn't so severe that I'm like, I have to have it or I'll die.
Have you found anything that's helpful for managing discomforts that come with the first trimester?
Unfortunately, no. I started off by trying to chew gum, use mints. I was recommended oftentimes these ginger chewables, which now I look at and they actually disgust me. Like, I don't think I will ever be able to eat a ginger chew again in my life because of how much I tried to use it. It helped for a bit, but then it stopped. And then I know I was told like the saltine crackers or the ginger ale or stuff like that. And again, it helped for a brief time, but for the most part it didn't. So at least for me, I wouldn't say that anything really helped.
How have you been feeling emotionally about everything so far?
I think emotionally, the way I have handled me not like worrying or stressing about the baby is not thinking about the baby. I know that sounds pretty bad, but I try to enjoy it in moments and then I move on. I try not to think about the baby the entire time because I feel like that's how you stress yourself out. I try not to focus on my symptoms too much as possible. And I think that has helped me have a regular life and also not get too attached to my body and what's happening. And I do that more so because I've heard a lot of women that say that once they give birth, that they became so attached to their bellies that they didn't want to like lose that feeling. And so when the baby came around, they didn't want to hold the baby because they were just so attached to everything that had happened to them. And while I do think I should celebrate what's happening to my body, I don't want to be so obsessed that I forget about the end result. So try not to think about the baby too much.
Has anything surprised you about pregnancy?
I think what's been surprising is how much my relationship with God has, I think, improved. I think that one of the biggest things this time around I wanted to change was that I didn't want to become obsessed with the baby or make an idol out of the baby because I had waited and prayed so much for it. I think that my concern was when this baby comes, I need to be reminded that God comes first. So since then, I've tried to involve him in everything and spend more time with him and also give him all the credit, because I think nowadays women are very big about, I'm growing a human and today I grew a liver and today I did this and did that. And because of my faith, I'm very conscious of, I didn't do any of that. I'm literally housing a miracle and God is the one that's forming my baby. And so I think it's been surprising how much my relationship with him has reached another level, and now I feel like he's just like my friend. So that's been really nice.
What has been the hardest part so far?
I think the hardest part of pregnancy, I think, is the waiting part. Believe it or not, I know that it's a blessing to take everything day by day, but for me personally, I struggle with patience. I struggled with patience to wait for this moment to happen in my life. And I think it's been really hard working at patience as like finishing your first trimester, but even like during the process, like it took me 11 weeks of being in my head what I thought I was pregnant, but it was 10 weeks in the end. Waiting that entire time for an OB appointment felt like an eternity. And even the days, like feeling the way that I was feeling with nausea, like they just felt like, man, when is this gonna end? Like, when am I gonna kind of feel normal again? So I would say for me, the hardest part has been waiting for, I guess, a sense of normalcy, because yeah, everything has changed.
What has been the best part?
I think if I had to choose one thing, the best part out of everything has been knowing that there is a life inside of me that's growing. And just, again, I try not to think about it all the time because I do think I'll be overly obsessed, but when I do think about it, I get so excited. Like there's literally a little bit, there's a little bit of Joel and there's a little bit of me in the life that is currently growing, and I think that is the most amazing part.
Have you started imagining what kind of personality your baby might have?
Not really. I haven't gotten that far. I think right now what I pray more is that my baby is healthy and that my baby is whole and that I have a good full-term pregnancy, and that I have the disposition to raise this baby, and that Joel has the disposition to raise this baby in the path of faith and walking with the Lord. I think that's more of what I care about.
Do you feel supported by friends and family?
Very. I definitely feel supported. We have a tribe behind us that have been praying, and even the day that we announced that we were pregnant, I mean, we had so many people that were so excited for us, people that were praising God because of what's happening in our lives, because they knew how long it took us to get to this point. So definitely we have a huge support group.
Do you have any names in mind yet?
We do have a baby name for a boy, and I think I'll wait to reveal that one later.
Are you planning to find out the gender?
Yes, which, funny enough, I get that question often so much. I don't know why is that, like, it seems like it's like a controversial thing, but I feel like nowadays it's really rare to find couples who wait until birth to find out the gender. But yes, I definitely want to find out as soon as I can.
Is there anything you're especially looking forward to in the second trimester?
I think in the second trimester, I'm looking forward to my bump. I'm really excited for that. I know that right now it's hard to feel excited about my body because I have a natural belly, and so I can't claim that that's the baby, because if I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant, and it's like, how far along are you, and it's like 3 months, and it's like, okay, you shouldn't be showing yet. So I think I'm excited to justify my belly, and I'm also excited to just feel better because everybody tells me the second trimester is the best. So thank you everyone for watching this video on my first trimester, and all that I could say is that I'm so excited to see what God has planned and what more changes are going to happen as I move forward in this whole pregnancy. So thank you for joining me along this vlog, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.